Welcome back everyone to Magius Plays The Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild. Last time, we got to this horse stable here. And this time, we're going to move along and get to the next shrine. Maybe even get over to the tower. First time I played this game, I had no idea where I was supposed to go. And I made my way down to this bridge first. Now then, I should be able to make this work. Yep. Take you out. And there you go. You alright there? Oh, look who's here. The guy who stood around and watched me get beat up. A little help next time, maybe. I just came across ya. Well, that was rude. Anyways. Next, we want to make our way over to that shrine there. It's not that hard to get to. I think the easiest way to do this is going to be right up here. Yeah, that should give us plenty of space to get down to there. Just climb right up like this. Rude. And down we go. Ooh. Now this is very nice. That out a bit. Big hardy radish. Just like the hardy radishes, though, these, when cooked up properly, will refill your health and give you a few yellow hearts besides, but they give you an even bigger effect. Look, aren't they lovely? I wanted to see how the shrine would look with flowers around it, and it's wonderful. Please, feel free to take a closer look. Just don't step on them. And this is a rather interesting quest. We need to make our way around and get into the shrine without trampling any of the flowers. And there are flowers all over the place. They have choo-choos that jump out at you along the way. Most of them pretty small. Some of them pretty decent sized. Now, I am definitely going to want to get that big radish. Because I failed. Oh well. Still got the big radish though. And we can start over again. So let's make our way around. Definitely don't need to get the radish this time. And there we go. Not really all that hard to do. Now, most of the time when you have a shrine quest like that, you get in and that's all you need to do. However, here, still have a bit of a challenge to deal with. I believe we're going to want to use our Creonas quite a bit. Because these are not going to wait for us. as we make them wait for us. Or I end up doing something completely silly and essentially breaking the puzzle. Now, this one is kind of silly. Need to blow that up, which means we need to wait for stuff to float around and get in the right position. There's also a treasure chest floating around that we can get, which I think I'll go ahead and pop that up. It should be just about in position now. Yep. Now we can just run right over here. Grab this. Nice arrows, nice. And there we go. Not really all that hard at all. Getting out from here, on the other hand, it's going to be interesting.
Huh?
An easy way out. Just step on the flowers and you're teleported back to the entrance. Now, how do I want to get back over to my horse? I think what I am going to do is climb up here. Catch my breath. Get a little ways out. And swim the rest of the way. We have a new enemy here. Basically, Lizard Man. Let's pull out the camera. And Zalphos. That's pretty decent. It gets the idea across anyways. Just like the Bokoblins, these guys come in a variety of different flavors. And they're not that bad to deal with, honestly. Right there, and I'll go ahead and mark this down. That way I don't forget about it. They can be a little bit annoying to deal with. But not necessarily the smartest tools, or the sharpest tools in the shed. There we get the Lizzle Spear to replace our club. And get a couple talents. Overall, they're not that tough to deal with. A little bit annoying because they like to keep their range against you, but yeah, they're not that tough. Either dodge out of the way, parry their attacks, or just hit them when they get close enough. Okay. Now this is an interesting level. You have this metallic scoop that you need to use to get the orbs. Come on. There we go. And deposit them in here. Now, first one, not really that bad. The second one, on the other hand, a lot trickier. Because not only do you need to get the ball on here, you need to get the metal bowl on the switch, press that, drop the ball in, and I made that look easy. And that finishes that puzzle out, which also drains the water in here. Pretty easy to rush on ahead, not even realize that there's a treasure chest back here for you to get. And that gives us a silver longsword, which is a two-handed Zora weapon. It's kind of nifty. Not a big fan of the two-handed sword weapon type. However, the Zora sword is pretty nice looking, I have to say. But I'm not going to use that a lot. At least, not unless I have to. That wraps things up in here. You know, sixth spirit orb. And we're ready to move along to the next shrine. Now, and there we have our first instance of the LoZ boomerang. Just like other boomerangs, you can throw them, and they come back. But they also make a pretty decent one-handed weapon. So, not the best thing ever, but it serves its purpose. We have another new enemy type here. Wizrobes. These guys are annoying to deal with. However, you can knock them down easy enough. Hey, take them out. You get their weapon. Yeah, a few varieties of them. And all of them are annoying. Oh, wrong one. Right, so I'll go ahead and get some more... another bundle of wood. If it'll let me. There we go. That was more difficult than it needed to be. Yeah, I don't really like... the weapons that the Wizropes drop can be pretty useful. This one shoots out lightning. You have ones that shoot out ice, ones that shoot out fire. But they're not particularly powerful, they're pretty tricky to aim. I'd just rather use the bow. More money. Always useful. So, I'm not going to worry too much about not having that one. And we've got another shrine right over there. We're swimming in shrines today. New ingredient here. Lotus seeds. Which help us go faster. Go figure. Not really going to use those much, but if you like getting across everything a little bit faster, you definitely want to collect some of those. Now here... let's go ahead and show you what the electric arrows can do. Okay, this is not going at all well for me. Basically, the electric arrows shock your enemies. Guess you didn't realize he was staying in the fire soon enough. Yeah, definitely want to grab those guts before they burn up. And now you can see just how much of a difference upgrading our armor makes. Ow. This is not good. There we go. That one is nowhere near as good as it could have been. It gives us a rusty claymore, which is a pretty bad weapon all told. Slow attack speed, low durability, much lower attack than what we could get. I am definitely not going to be using it. Oh, we got through that alive. As much as I apparently was trying not to. Knight's Halberd. Let's see. It's clubs don't really do much for me. Let's get the halberd instead. Nice high damage. And nice durability, too. Zap shrooms, which gives us lightning resistance. Oh, you there. Who said that?
Hey!
Over here, I'm over here. Ah. And here we have our first Zora that we actually meet in person. I apologize for calling on you so suddenly. I am Leto, a proud member of the Distinguished Zora. As you are a real Hylian, I have no choice but to call upon you. Will you please spare me a moment of your time? Sure. Thank you so very much. Do you see that tower, the one atop that mountain yonder? I need you to go upstream of Zora River, which runs along the north side of that tower to Inogo Bridge. I can see it in your eyes. You're asking yourself, why me? No, not really. A reasonable question for a stranger accosted by a passing Zora in such a manner. But I must assure you, this venture will be very profitable for you as well. You see, Prince Sidon of the Zora is in desperate search of a strong Hylian. And as this is a royal request from the prince himself, it's safe to assume a generous reward is in the cards. That is why I'm asking you to meet with Prince Sidon at Inogo Bridge, along the Zora River just upstream of here. Yep. Well, that's where we were headed anyways. But I have a few things I'm going to take care of before I get to that. Like climbing up here. Gives us some ice arrows. But that's not what we need to get to the shrine. What we need is fire. We can't bring it from any of the campfires in the area. Fortunately, I have a pretty solid supply of fire arrows. Launch that in there. Catch that on fire. And watch the conflagration. Pretty... Nah. Don't go setting fires, kids. It can lead to some pretty nasty results. But here we are at the shrine. Well, let's go inside and see what happens. Okay, speed of light. Now, this is kind of an interesting one, I believe. I believe we need to hit that, which raises up the water. Yeah, I don't know how I'm supposed to get that. It's not that big a deal. Boom. Skip. Spirit Orb number 7. And we have our first example of a thunderstorm here. If you're wearing any or if you're using any metallic item and you're in a thunderstorm, you're gonna get zapped. And that is not a good thing. However, you can put a metal thing on an enemy and use that to blow them up. But we're not going to do that right now. No, for now, we're just going to call it a day. And... wrong button. Next time, we're going to get our 8th shrine and head toward... get the tower and head toward our next objective. So, until next time, Magius out.